The biggest advantage young people have is not intelligence, money, or connections. It's actually time. And a lot of people waste it because they do not realize how valuable it is right now. Time is the one advantage that all people have at some point in their life. Also, when you're in your late teens, early 20s, it feels so easy to waste time. This video is about why starting early matters, even if you feel unprepared or behind. So the first thing I want to talk about is that you don't need to have everything all figured out when you start doing something. This applies to a job, college, starting a business, anything you're doing in your life. You do not need to know your entire career path, your life plan before taking the first step on something that you are wanting to do. But starting early and often is actually what allows you to find out what your life goals and plans are, because you might not like something, or you might figure out that you don't like something. And that only comes from taking action towards doing something. The goal early on is usually not perfection. It's, movement, learning, and getting real experience in whatever it is you're trying to do. If you're able to start early as well, this gives you more time to be bad. Your first attempt at something will probably not go well at all. Whether it's a job, a business, YouTube. Go look at my first YouTube video. It's god awful. Or even something like investing. People might think they know what they're doing. They're putting money in something. It goes poorly. But hey, they're still, it's still early in their life. They can easily recover from something like this. The next advantage with starting early is building, small habits or skills that are able to compound over time. So a small habit doesn't look that impressive at first, but when you're able to do them over years and years and years, that's something, truly remarkable. If you've never missed a day in the gym for 10 years, that's like crazy. But the same thing can also be true with personal finance, that you've never gone over your budget in 10 years. That's also very crazy, and that's awesome, Same with investing or starting a business, or, even your career. Hey, I've, never missed a day of work. I deadline on a project, whatever. It all applies to the same thing. If you're able to, start doing small things that allow you to be like, okay, over 10 years, I never, I stuck with my goals the entire time. And obviously those behaviors don't just start from day one, but as soon as you start, getting into something and you show interest and you're like, hey, I like this. And then you're able to, start doing it over a long period of time. That's really where, the skills and the goals and all that start to really pay off for yourself. And the scary part is that bad habits compound as well. This is not just a good habits point. Wasting time, overspending, avoiding responsibilities, that can also all build up as well. And that can end poorly for you, just as the good things could end really great for you. But the earlier on that you can realize everything that's going on in your life, good and bad, you can start to angle yourself a certain way. That's why it's important to start so early. Another point I want to make is waiting around feels safe, but it isn't. A lot of people when they're young, they take the safe route, work their job or do whatever, don't save any money, invest any money. They're just like enjoying life. And yeah, like that's important. Enjoying your life is important. But if you really want to get ahead, those early years are where you have to be quite risky, actually. Waiting feels comfortable, you avoid failure or judgment by waiting. But there's so many costs to this, like you're missing out on experience, money, opportunities, boosting your confidence a little bit. And all those things are super important in life, to have some of that in some capacity. And I kind of want to tie this into investing because I talk about, personal finance on the channel a good bit, but starting off early gives your future self a lot more options. The reason to start early is not to have everything figured out at 25 or 30. It's to give yourself more choices way later in life. If you're able to, tuck away a large sum of money before you're 30. The normal goal for investing is to have 1 year of your annual salary saved by the time you're 30. If you're able to do 3 times that by the time you're 30 or 4 times that, then you're really set up to be successful later in life. I'm kind of doing this or I would call it like an early retirement method. Like I'm investing a very large sum of my income, but I don't really intend to retire early right now, at least. I'm kind of just doing that so that when I am 40 or 35, I don't have to worry about having money when I'm 60. I can go do whatever I want. If that means having a job and doing what I love, then maybe still doing that. Or if I want to go live in the woods for 5 years, I could just do that too, because I don't have to worry about replacing my income in the future. But there are trade-offs to this. Obviously, not everybody wants to just do what I do and save money. I am missing out on some life experiences right now, but I'm totally okay with that because I have goals that I want to achieve. And to me right now, those are more important than, going to the beach. And that's just how I feel right now. I'm sure that'll change and, I want to do something eventually, but I just, I got out of college about 6 months ago and I had a lot of fun in college. So I'm just, locking in and trying to focus on work right now. I'm just trying to give my future self unlimited options to do whatever I want. So tying this back into starting early, you do not need to completely reinvent your entire life today. You just need to start trying a couple new things here or there to really see what you like and get really good at them if you do enjoy them. And there's a few things that I think everybody needs to be doing and starting off as early as you can, like investing and saving money. Whether you want to have your own business or something, or start early, not everyone wants their own business, so whatever. Or not everyone wants to, have a YouTube channel, or it doesn't matter what we're talking about, but saving and investing are two things that you must do to get ahead in your life, and starting as early as you can is really the key to that. Time is limited for all of us, and the quicker you can get in the market and start investing, the better off you will be in the long term. You do not have to change your whole life today, but maybe $25 here, $100 there into your brokerage account or a savings account. That is really what you need to be focusing on while you're super young. If you ever want to be able to get a house or build a house or something like that, or retire, then you have to be doing these things as early as you can. And that's just my opinion on, starting early with saving and investing in your life, and just kind of the topic as a whole. Let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed the video, leave a comment. Thanks.